Hi kids, I hope all of you are doing safe and healthy and are at home enjoying the chapters that are being taught to you, and also you're understanding them nicely. So let's do a quick recap of the chapter, that is meeting Miss Trotwood, so that you understand what we are going to do today, and then we can proceed with the question and answers. Alright, so let's quickly give it a recap that this chapter is written by Charles Dickens, one of a very famous writer of English literature. It is about David Copperfield, which is a character that Charles Dickens has written about. Now it is also believed that David Copperfield is a character that Charles he himself is. Alright. So we see that his mother marries Mr. Murdstone, and he is not a very kind man. He is an unkind man and lives with his sister, who is also unkind. After they get married, David has to move with his mother, his stepfather, Mr. Murdstone, and his sister, who do not treat him well. We also come to know that David's mother dies, and that is when David is being sent to work in a factory and not is being sent to school, right? So he does not like this behavior of Mr. Murdstone and his sister towards him, and therefore he decides that he will go see his aunt. So he runs from the house, he elopes, and he travels on foot during those summer days where he sleeps under the haystack or on the grass and the mud, and he's all sweaty, but he's been walking for many days, and now he finally reaches Miss Trotwood's house, where he is not greeted nicely. Miss Trotwood doesn't recognize who he is, and then at the corner of a garden, when she is working in the garden, he goes to her and tells her that he is his nephew. His name is David. And that is when it comes as a shock to Miss Trotwood. She quickly takes him inside the house, gives him a warm bath, gives him tonics to drink. Tonics are basically healthy concoctions. For instance, in our houses we drink kada during the time when we fall sick. During coughs or colds or fevers, our parents give us kada, that is tonics, concoctions that we drink during the time when we are not feeling well. So that is what Miss Trotwoods give him. She also gives him clothes to change and then lies him on the sofa with warm shawls where he falls asleep. That's when she calls in for Mr. Murdstone and complains and scolds him that he has not been taking good care of David, and that why is he sending him to work in a factory instead of making him go to school. So Mr. Murdstone, we see, is not apologetic of his behavior. He is very firm that he has done nothing wrong. He is still unkind, and he warns David that if he doesn't go with him now, David will never be welcomed in his house again. So we see that after that David does not want to go back with Mr. Murdstone, and he pleases Miss Trotwood not to send him back and let him be with her for a while, when she finally decides that she is going to be his guardian and is going to make sure that David goes to a proper school. And she also gives him a new name, that is Trotwood Copperfield. Now she takes him to his old lawyer's house, which becomes his boarding place, that is Mr. Wickfield's house, and there he starts going to a good school. He meets new companions, though for a while he doesn't understand as to how school is going, because he's been out of touch of how school works, as he was working in a factory previously. But in 2 weeks and 15 days time, he learns everything about it. He's got a hang of it. He's got a routine of how to go to school and be with his companions. So now let's talk about the question and answers that we are going to do. First, we have difficult words, that is fortnightly, frightened, crushed, battered, haystacks, handkerchief, trousers, beginning, adoption, embraced, announced, guardian, borders, arrangement, and companion. So there are 15 difficult words that we are going to study in this chapter. Let's do them one more time so that you have a complete process of pronouncing every word correctly. Right? So we have fortnightly, fortunately, frightened, crushed, battered, haystacks, handkerchief, trousers, beginning, adoption, embraced, announced, guardian, borders, arrangement, and companion. So these are the 15 difficult words. It is to be written in your notebook and learned for your assessments that will happen when we meet in school. Then next we come to word and meanings. Now these word meanings you just have to mark it in your book. It is not supposed to be written in the notebook. You're not writing them in your copy. You're just marking them in the book so that you know which one is to be learned. So we have battered, tonics, bloodstone in Suffolk, fortnight, Salem House, and chase. Let's read them one more time. We have battered, tonics, bloodstone in Suffolk, fortnight, Salem House, and chase. Chase here means an open carriage sort of a thing that is attached to a horse. You must have seen tongas. It is just like that, but in olden times it was made very nicely, right? It was not the ones that we have today. It had doors that opened, but an open up. Now let's come to the opposites that we have for this chapter. We have continue, discontinue, frighten, reassure, begin, end, embrace, reject, scold, praise, strange, ordinary. Alright, let's do them one more time. Continue, discontinue, frighten, reassure, begin, end, embrace, reject, scold, praise, strange, and ordinary. Let's move on to the make sentences of this chapter. First word is battered. His only possession was a battered old suitcase of clothes. Battered is born of something that is old. So here his only possession was a battered old suitcase of clothes. So the suitcase that he had was all battered, was all old and worn off and had been used a lot of times. Tonics, immune tonics are herbs that prevent illness or reduce the severity. So what does tonic, the sentence mean? That we use tonics in order to heal ourselves and reduce the severity of the illness. Let's move on to the next page. Let me just zoom in for you so that you can see it nicely. This PDF will be available to you on the app that you have. Still, if you have any problems that you're facing, message me on the eCare portal and I'll be happy to help you from there. Alright? Then the next sentence, the word is chase. At 7 tomorrow, the chase will be at the door. Fortnight, he will visit once a fortnight to see how his new staff is progressing. Fortnight is 15 days. Embrace is to hug, like your mom and dad hugs you and gives you love. It is kind of an embrace. So my mother embraced me when I returned home. So the way your mom or the way your father embraces you when you do something nice, so just like that, out of love, when they hug you is called a embrace. Now let's move on to the reference to context. All this has to be written in the notebook. Only thing that we are not writing in the notebook is word and meanings. Rest everything to be done in the notebook. Reference to context. "O Lord," said my aunt, and sat flat down on the garden path. Where was David? David was at the corner of his aunt's garden. What was the name of David's aunt? David's aunt's name was Miss Betsy Trotwood. Why did David's aunt sit flat down in the garden path? David's aunt sat flat down in the garden path as she was shocked to see her nephew in such a bad condition after travelling from such a far away place. Let me read it one more time for you. Where was David? David was in the corner of the garden when the aunt had moved into the garden to work while David had just reached her place. What was the name of David's aunt? We know that David's aunt's name was Miss Betsy Trotwood. Why did David's aunt sit flat down in the garden path? Because she was shocked to see her nephew. He had travelled all the way from London on foot for so many days, and she was shocked to know that he had been there and in such a miserable condition. Alright, let's move on to the next reference to context. The school I now went was better in every way than Salem House. Which school was better than Salem House? The school at Canterbury was better in every way than Salem House. We know that the school in Canterbury was a school Miss Trotwood had put in David Copperfield to study, and he was boarding there with Mr. Wickfield, right? Who sent David to a better school? David's aunt sent him to the better school. We recollect that it was Miss Betsy Trotwood that agreed to being the guardian to David, and she decided to send him to a better school. That was a school at Canterbury. Where did David board while he was at the better school? David boarded at Mr. Wickfield's house, who was also his aunt's old lawyer. And we see that his daughter was also the age of David, and he made good friends with her. So he boarded with Mr. Wickfield, who was his aunt's old lawyer. Let's revise one more time. The school I now went to was better in every way than Salem House. Which school was better than Salem House? The school at Canterbury was better in every way than Salem House. Who sent David to the better school? David's aunt sent him to the better school. Where did David board while he was at the better school? David boarded at Mr. Wickfield's house, who was also his aunt's old lawyer. I hope that is clear. Alright, let's move on to the question and answers. So the first question that we have is, what were the first things that David's aunt made him do? The first thing that David's aunt did was to give him a lot of strange tasting tonics and then heated a bath for him. She also gave him the shirt and trousers belonging to Mr. Dick and covered him with 2 large warm shawls and led him to a soft, comfortable sofa where David fell asleep. So we know that as soon as David reached Miss Trotwood's house, she gave him a lot of strange tasting herbal tonics to drink so that he doesn't fall sick. And even if he has any bacteria or infections, they may flush out. Then she made sure he had a good bath, after which he changed his clothes into shirt and trousers of Mr. Dick, and then David lied down on the sofa, on which she gave him 2 warm large shawls to cover him up. Next question. The villain of a story is a character who tries to harm the main character. So here the main character is David Copperfield. Guess who the villains will be? Yes, the villains will be Mr. Murdstone and his sister. Name 2 villains in the story. Give reasons stating why you think they are villains. So I have already told that Mr. Murdstone and his sister are the villains here. But why are they villains and how can we say they are villains? Let's see. The two villains in this story are Mr. Murdstone and his sister, who lived with him because they ill-treated David and did not allow him to go to school. Instead, they made him to go to work at a nearby factory. Also, when they were called by Miss Betsy, instead of being apologetic of their deeds, they said if David would deny coming back with them, their doors will be permanently shut for him. So, of course, villains are people who try to harm or make the main character feel bad. And the main character here is David Copperfield. So, Mr. Murdstone and his sister, how do they make feel David bad, or how do they hurt him? Is by not sending him to school and sending him to a nearby factory in order to work and earn money. And the second reason could be when Miss Betsy Trotwood calls Murdstone to see why David was being ill-treated. He says that if this is the last chance David has in order to come with us. If he doesn't want to come with us, he is not welcomed in our house. So this way we see that he is being ill-treated. Let's move on to the next page. Two more questions. Alright. How did David feel when he went to school at Canterbury? How did he feel after 2 weeks had passed? So in the revision I just explained that when David first went to school at Canterbury, he felt very strange, as it had been quite a while since he was at school with companions of his own age. It seemed to him that he had forgotten everything he had learned. After 2 weeks, he felt very homely and happy among his new companions. So in the beginning, we know that he has not been going to school, he was going to the factory to work. And of course, at a place of work, there are people who are elder, people of our age. But for your age as kids, there are no people at the factory, right? So he was not very familiar with his own companions. He felt very uneasy, out of place, uncomfortable at going in school because he did not remember anything that he had learned while he was a child. But now, after 2 weeks, after a fortnight of going to school regularly, he felt good, comfortable, happy, and he started making new friends. He started recognizing his companions. Alright, now the next and the last question that we have, what kind of person was David's aunt? Give example from the story to support your opinion. Now, of course, we see that she was the guardian of David when he came to her for help, right? So, of course, she was a nice, kind lady. So, David's aunt was a very kind-hearted, caring and loving. She was truly concerned for David's well-being. There are many examples that support my opinion. For instance, as soon as she knew the strange, untidy boy was David, she gave him her tonics, prepared warm bath for him, and gave him warm shawl and clothes to put on. She also made sure he was sent to a good school when she accepted to become his guardian, when his unkind stepfather denied his responsibility. So these are the two major examples that we see in the chapter, proving that Miss Betsy Trotwood was a very warm-hearted, kind and caring woman. She, as soon as got to know that David was her nephew, she gave him all the necessities to make sure that he was healthy, gave him tonics, gave him a bath, changed his clothes, gave him shawls and put him to sleep on the cozy sofa. And then when we see that Mr. Murdstone had refused taking responsibility of David and was being very rude to him, she said that she is not going to send him back and is going to take responsibility and be his guardian. So these are the question answers that we have to do for this chapter. Very easy if you understand the chapter once. If you have any problem where you get stuck or you're not understanding what is to be done, reach me at the eCare portal. My name is Akriti, and I'll be happy to help and solve your problems. Alright, Let's meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, take care and stay safe.